Aaron, what are you doing, my son? Aaron.
You scared me.
Take your earphones off a little bit, please. What are you doing, son? What are you doing with my goggles?
I am watching a TV show.
That's not a TV show. I thought you said you were watching a movie.
I changed the channel.
Which movie are you watching?
Don't know.
Are those goggles quite comfortable on?
Yes.
Yeah? How do the goggles look?
Good.
Good? Is it nice? Does it look nice inside? Is the screen quality nice?
Yes.
Yeah? What's the sound like coming out?
Really good.
Really good? Now, why are you wearing them and I'm not?
Because you've got a big nose.
I've got a big nose. Right? What happened when Dad wore them and I flew the little quadcopter for a while?
You had a really big mark.
I had a big mark on my nose and my nose was sore.
Yes.
Right, okay. Where'd they get the goggles from?
Banggood.com.
And what have I to do with them next?
Review them.
Review them, so that means you need to come off that and start watching the movie so I can review the goggles for Banggood, right?
Okay.
Right, then after that, who's getting the goggles since they don't fit my nose?
We're both going to share them?
We're going to share them, right, okay. But you can't stay on them for very long because I think they might hurt your eyes after a little while, you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, now can I have them back so I can review them for all our subscribers in Banggood?
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, my son. Okay, time to review the goggles and get them off my son. Let's see what they're all about. I was nice enough for my son nicking these goggles and going watching a movie with them. But according to my son, they fit him perfectly and he thinks the screen is absolutely amazing. But I wouldn't let him stay on it for too long because it's not really good to be looking through goggles for a long period of time. These would fit any teenager absolutely perfectly, but for any average adult, even with a normal sized nose, what's normal? Just an average sized nose, it is not going to work. It just isn't. I wore this for 2 flights flying the QX65 inside the house, and you heard my son saying I had a big mark and my nose was getting crushed and everything. It was really horrible and really uncomfortable to wear these. But apart from that, let's get on with the review. Courtesy of Banggood.com, they were nice enough to send me out the Eachine EV900 5.8 GHz FPV box goggles. Now they have 40 channels including race band with a 5-inch high definition screen that runs at 1920 by 1080p, and I must admit the screen is really nice indeed, and the highest refresh rate you can run on the is 120 Hertz. Now you could play games on that quite happily. You could also PAL and NTSC compatible, and the aspect ratio can be switched between 4.3 and 16.9 within the menu in the goggles themselves. Now it does have a built-in 1-cell 2400 milliamp battery, and it's max, if you want to charge it up, it takes a maximum input charge rate between 5 volts and 18 volts. And if you look at the sides here, this is its little charging port here. And there's 2 ways of charging it up. You can either use this little connector that you get with a GIST plug at the end, so you can use a LiPo battery to charge it up when you're out in the field. Take a 2-cell or 3-cell LiPo with you, or you can use this one and you can just plug it into your computer, or you do get a wall plug with it, but that's not a UK socket plug, so I can't use that, and I didn't. I just plugged it in my computer to charge the goggles up. They didn't take very long to charge up, and I think the maximum time you'll get out of the goggles is about an hour and 30 minutes, give or take. The goggles, the weight of them, including the two antennas, which are SMA antennas. It's a K-level leaf. I've already got one of these, and I've also got a Eachine sting pad as well, which is quite a nice patch antenna. So the whole weight, it's 380 grams. That's really good. It's quite light for box goggles. I personally don't use box goggles, but if I'm given something to review, I'll do my best to look into them and see what's what and see what the best goggles are out there. Now, let's get on and see what else you get. You get a HDMI cable, because you do have a HDMI port at the side there, and that's how my son was able to watch Need for Speed on the computer. And you also have an AV in port, which you get the cable right here for it. And it's also where you can plug in your earphones, and that's where my son had his earphones plugged in as well, so he could hear what he was watching. You also get a manual, which is really good. There's nothing wrong with the manual. It tells you everything that you need to know. Let's get that out of the way. You get a cleaning cloth, and you'll need it because it does get quite dusty really quickly. And you get a little bit of cloth material. I've already opened it and sealed it off, and that's to put under where the nose is, but it doesn't make any difference. The way I see it is the only way I could get comfortable with these is holding the goggles away from my face about that much. That's the only way I could do it. I did try and put foam padding here. It just would not work. And even when I did have them on my face, my nose was getting crushed that badly. Like my son said, there was a mark. And if you do try and make them fit comfortable, you don't see all the screen. You see, like, I don't know, you see about a third of the screen, or even half of the screen, and the rest is missing. So that's not really good at all. But right, let's get on to the other parts. At the front here, they do have, well, it looks like where they would put a SD card, so there's no built-in DVR. So these look like they're still working on these goggles. They're not really finished yet. As far as I know, and what I can tell when they're on, I do hear a noise. So there's definitely a fan on here to cool either the LCD screen down or to stop fogging. I'm not sure. You also have a light here, green or red light here. When it's charging up, it's red, and obviously when it's green, and when it tells you what antenna, because it is true diversity goggles these are. And you can also pick if you just want to use a single antenna instead of true diversity. And to go through the menu, it's quite easy to change from HDMI to diversity or single antenna. You just push the button once and scroll through it and press and hold the band button to pick. And if you press and hold the button long, you get into the main menu. Now, you do have an automatic search button for your 40 channels, but I couldn't get it to find my channel. What I did find out was if you press your automatic search, then you turn the goggles off, then turn it on, it found your channel, or you can manually do it here. Get your channel and your band. Like I said, your power sockets here, HDMI here, AV in, and your earphone socket here. That's just about it, and it uses SMA connectors here. Now, the goggles themselves, they're quite nicely made. I like the shape of them. They're really different. It's got a really smooth feeling. I love the texture of them. They sit nicely on the head. The strap is good. The foaming round the sides is really nice. It's just your face is pressed right up against. And this is real glass. It's not plastic. your face is pushed right up against there. I don't know why they've done this. It really does feel they've wasted their time, and I don't feel comfortable making this video because I do a lot of reviews for Banggood, but I'll never lie to any of my subscribers. I wouldn't buy these. I would not pay. When they sent them out to me, it was £115. I would not buy them. If I had bought them, I would ask for a refund, because I don't see why I should pay that amount of money and have to mod these. No way. No way. I'm not even going to mod them. I'm going to let my son use them sometimes. And if I go to use them, I don't know. I'm not dremeling it out. I'm not going to mod it and make it look horrible, because these goggles really do look pretty cool. Why should I have to mod them? And I'm not going to. I'm sorry, I'm not. And I wouldn't buy them. They need to take them off the shelf right now and work on a version number 2. Right, okay, it does come in a great box, I must admit. A nice zipper carry case box. You could use that for something else, and it's quite sturdy, and it has a little bag inside it where all the goodies were. You've got your power button there. You just press and hold the button, and it should come on now. And there you can see it says Eachine. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just zoom the camera in, and you can have a closer look at the menu, okay? If I press that mode button just one time, you can see it cycles between HDMI and the single antenna or diversity or your AV input. Now if I just let it go, press and hold the button, you get your contrast, your brightness, your hue, saturation, sharpness, color, your volume as well, and the scale. That must be your aspect ratio, your picture mode. That'll be the size actually, noise reduction, and your language, and you can change all that. Sorry about this, but this is really difficult to do with no DVR. Okay, let's just wrap it up there. The Eachine EV900. What can I say? Everything Eachine have thought of is great, apart from that three things, and that is no DVR, non-adjustable lens, and the biggest problem of all is the nose part. If they fix those problems, they're going to have an excellent set of box goggles, and people are going to buy them. And I would even probably buy them as well, and I don't use box goggles myself. So thanks for watching this video. Sorry about I couldn't really get into the goggles themselves with the camera. It was really difficult. Sorry about that. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Always check out the links below. I've went over 300,000 views on my channel now. So thank you very much to everybody that watches my videos, and keep on subscribing. And as always, my friends, happy flying.